Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before in case this is your first time watching one of my videos. Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm so glad to have you here. On my channel I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags, but I cover a wide range of topics on here. I film unboxings, reviews, love filming shopping vlogs, travel vlogs from time to time, and the occasional high street fashion video thrown into the mix. So if that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing, and while you're down there also ring that little bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. So today's video will probably be on the shorter side. I have one item from Hermes to unbox. If you follow me on Instagram, which I suggest you do, it's Lesley Adina there as well. You may know that we recently got a new Hermes boutique. I'm located in Hamburg, Germany, and we did have an Hermes boutique before. That's the boutique that I got my Birkin from, but shortly after that, I think like a month after that, they closed the boutique and basically moved right across the street into a bigger location. And of course, I had to check it out. We finally have a makeup and beauty section. We didn't have that before. We only had like a perfume section, but not like their makeup line. And their makeup line is huge at this point. So really happy that we finally have like the nail varnishes and the lipsticks, blushes, foundation, everything on display and to try out. But yeah, not the point. I didn't buy something from the beauty section. I bought a bracelet. And this video will be like an unboxing. I'm going to include like the unboxing part and close-ups and everything, but also like a cautionary tale, I guess, because, oh, by the way, it came in this cute little box and it has the 2023 ribbon on there. At some point I was like, okay, maybe I should collect the ribbons, like the annual special edition one, because you might already know that, chances are you don't. I collect the Le Monde Hermès magazines, the biannual ones, as well as the like tiny little square ones about the carrés. And my collection is quite significant, and chances are I shouldn't be starting yet another Hermès collection, but the annual ribbons are cute. Anyway, so talking about cautionary tale, the bracelet that I'm showing you in this video is actually not the one that I ended up going home with, like when I purchased the bracelet. By the way, I bought the Mini Rivale bracelet, but that should have been in the title and the thumbnail already. Anyway, so the Mini Rivale is leather mostly, and then you have like a metal plate on top, and that I went for rose gold. And it might be an issue with rose gold, I don't know. Anyway, so what ended up happening, or what I ended up realizing the first time that I wore the initial bracelet that I purchased, is that you'll see like in the close-ups what the Rivale metal plate looks like. So the color on the pyramids on both sides ended up being drastically different from the color like on the rest of the metal part, basically. I mean, when I bought the bracelet, I wasn't able to tell because the main part, that's like not the pyramids, but yeah, the rest of the metal part has like a protective sticker on there. So I was like, okay, yeah, looking at it, of course, it does have a different color because the sticker makes it look like a different color, more matte and everything. But when I ended up like wearing the bracelet for the first time, I was sat in my office at work, looked down at my wrist, and I realized that I hadn't taken the sticker off. So I ended up like starting to peel the sticker off, and even beneath the sticker, the hardware color was really different. And once you see something like that, you can't really unsee it. So I was like, oh, dang, okay, what am I doing? Okay, so in my lunch break, I was on my merry way to Hermes to talk to them about how we're going forward with that. The guy at the front was like, yeah, I'm not really seeing any color difference. You might be seeing that, that's just like depending on how the light hits it. But there are certain lights that when the light hits the bracelet in a certain way, I was definitely, able to see the color difference. So he was like, he was kind of rushing me off and was like, okay, stop being annoying, basically. Just, you bought the bracelet, be fine with it. But I persisted, and he referred me to another colleague, and he looked at it again. He was also like, oh, I'm not really seeing it. Then I showed him a picture of like, what I saw when I sat in my office, and he was like, okay, there might be a color difference. And I was like, okay, what can we do? And he's like, yeah, we could send it into Paris for like repair. And I was like, okay, so there's a defect, or are we not sure? And he's like, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure what they will be able to do about that. Chances are, I mean, if it's different in the metal color, I'd imagine they wouldn't be able to do anything, but I wasn't questioning it. So, okay, are there any other options? He was like, yeah, okay, let me quickly check, yeah, which size you got. I got a T3, which I think is the largest size. Luckily, they had one more T3 of the Mini Rivale in the exact like specs. Of course, that one also had the protective sticker on there, and I think he wasn't like super happy with me trying to peel it off a little to like look beneath the sticker. But I mean, what was I supposed to do? So I was like carefully peeling the sticker off. And I mean, in the lighting in the boutique, fine. Even on my one that I ended up returning, I wasn't able to detect the color difference that much. So this was yeah, basically guesswork, and basically hoping that whichever like alternative or like exchange bracelet I ended up going for, that on that particular one the color difference wasn't as drastic. So that's what I ended up doing. He pulled up my profile, saw that I had just purchased this bracelet, or like the bracelet that I left in the boutique, and he was like, if you feel more comfortable with exchanging it and taking home like this new one, go ahead. And I was like, yeah, I would prefer that. So at the end of the day, they didn't like register anything, which makes me think if someday down the line, I'm not planning to, but someday down the line I would want to sell this piece, I might have to check if the code that's like imprinted on the inside of the bracelet matches what it says on my receipt. Chances are it doesn't, and then that will lead to me having to explain a lot to the potential buyer, but that's like talking in the future. I'm not planning on selling this piece. Anyway, so I ended up with a new one, and I feel like there might still be a little bit of color difference. Yeah. But apparently, I mean, I looked at two different ones, the one that I purchased and the one that is currently on my wrist. It's apparently a thing with rose gold hardware, or at least on the Mini Rivale. I mentioned in a video that I filmed ages ago on my Click Age that also has some discoloration, but only like after wearing it like over 1.5 years. There's some fading going on. This isn't like a matter of fading, it's more like, I don't know. Yeah, I think where the stickers were, it's a lot lighter and not as yellow. It is what it is. Chances are 99% of the time I'm looking at my wrist from afar and I won't be able to detect it. Of course, like now, knowing that the issue is there, you can't unsee it, but yeah, it's just something I have to live with. Anyway, so just word of caution, I guess, if you're thinking about, I haven't heard any like color fading, different color issues with like plain gold hardware on fashion jewelry pieces from Hermes. So maybe it's like a rose gold hardware kind of thing, but yeah, just thought I'd mention that if you're thinking about getting a bracelet, like any bracelet with rose gold hardware, just a cautionary tale, or like, yeah, really look up close at the piece that you're about to purchase. Anyway, so that was longer than I wanted to spend on that topic, but yeah, I will have included like close-ups throughout me talking about this like color issue. But anyway, so this is my new bracelet. It's also in a tube which matches my Birkin. It's a different leather. This is Swift leather, whereas my Birkin is Togo. So yeah, it's definitely a different leather, and also the difference in leather and like texture, because Swift is very like soft and smooth. Also kind of leads to the tube color looking a little different, although it's like the same color. But anyway, up until now I was always like, leather bracelets look a little too masculine on me, because as I mentioned, I have pretty wide wrists. I was always of the impression, or like of the mindset of not that much of a fan of leather bracelets because they look too masculine on me, but I feel like this is beautiful and I'm really happy with it. Apart from the color thing, but I'm able to look past that. And yeah, I guess that does it for today's video. A really short one, but I just thought I'd film it nonetheless, because it doesn't happen too often that I purchase something from Hermes. Says the girl that just bought a Birkin, but if you saw my reveal video, you will know that I'm not a regular Hermes client. I think, was it like 2021 that I didn't buy anything from Hermes. So there's that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful, and if you've had similar experiences when it comes to like rose gold hardware on fashion jewelry from Hermes, definitely let me know. I would love to hear about that, and maybe I'm not seeing things and that's actually kind of a known issue. Who knows? So let me know your thoughts, let me know your experience. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing, ring that little bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.